Hey, gangsters, if you have not seen part one of us getting beyond the information phase and moving into the preparation phase of getting ready to restore your federal gun rights, please go back and check out part one. But this is part two. And whatever you do your research. Okay? Do your research. So now I am showing you evidence that we are getting closer to this process becoming the reality. I'm going to go through these next few pages. I'll stop and show you all some points. I'll discuss some points, but for the most of it, do your own research. Okay. All right. And after this, the next videos that I'll be posting will not be about the information of this, but I will be posting videos showing you all, educating you all on getting prepared for this process. Okay. This is where it all started, you all. On February the 7th, 2025, President Donald Trump signed Executive Order 14206. It's titled Protecting American Second Amendment Rights to get you all's federal gun rights restored to you. Next, we are going to go really quick to the fact sheet. This is the fact sheet stopping federal infringement on constitutional rights. Today, President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order to end the federal government's violation of Americans' fundamental Second Amendment right to protect themselves, their families, and their freedoms. And I want you all to know I do see and I do read your comments, your messages. Of course, I cannot respond to everyone. So this is another reason why I'm doing the videos about preparation. I know you all want to protect your families. I know you all want to protect yourselves. I understand. And I also know some of you all simply want to hunt, go hunting. And because you maybe committed a crime and you received a low level felony conviction, it has stopped you. It has halted you from doing these things. So here we are at the point where President Donald Trump also understands. So this is why he enacted Executive Order 14206. Okay, moving on. Again, this is the fact sheet. This executive order will halt existing policies designed to curtail the clear right of law abiding citizens to keep and bear arms. The order directs the incoming attorney general, and at that time, of course, was Pam Bundy, to immediately complete a specific review of all orders, regulations, guidance, plans, and other actions by the Biden administration regarding firearms, listing several specific documents to be reviewed and deliver a plan of action to the president to eliminate all infringements on Americans' Second Amendment rights. And it goes on. And like I say, this is a fact sheet of what is included in this executive order. So I'm just going to move on. You all can stop your video at any time and just read what this fact sheet says. I'm going to keep it moving because I don't want to keep you all long. Just want to give you all this overview. This is the actual text of the executive order. So you can come here and you can also read the actual text. It is not long at all, you all. Simply just these 2 pages. Now, moving forward. This is from the Department of Justice, the DOJ, and it's about federal firearms rights restoration. Down here, this is talking about that same exact executive order 14206, protecting Second Amendment rights, American Second Amendment rights. This is President Donald Trump. These are his words. The Second Amendment is an indispensable safeguard of security and liberty. And it was stated on February 7, 2025. This is where Pam Bundy, at the time, Attorney General Pam Bundy, established the Second Amendment Enforcement Task Force. And these are her words. For too long, the Second Amendment, which establishes the fundamental individual right of Americans to keep and bear arms, has been treated as a second class right. No more. So, you all, it's happening. And this just goes on to say by statute, the Attorney General may grant relief from certain federal firearms restrictions. This is the law right here, you all. 18 U.S.C., 18 U.S. Code 925C. Now, this law is what it is. This law came out around 1968. In 1992, funding for this process was shut down. And so it has been closed for over 30 or laid dormant for over 30 years, 30 plus years. And now they're firing up the engines. And you all will see more as I go on. They're firing up the engines to make this a reality. Now, when reviewing applications, the Department of Justice will balance two key priorities: restoring Second Amendment rights to law abiding Americans and ensuring public safety. Those are the two that they will look at when you all start sending in your applications. These are the two things that will be um, the like the checklist that they're used to make sure that you are eligible to have your federal gun rights restored. Okay, moving on. Another press release: Justice Department publishes proposed rule to grant relief to certain individuals precluded from possessing firearms. So this press release was July the 18th, 2025, and you all can read it. You can go through and read it. Um, Once the proposed rules were posted, everyone had an opportunity, and I even posted this in a video to you all, had an opportunity to go in and give your thoughts, how you think this procedure should move forward. All you have to do was go in, write your little statement or however long you wanted it to be, and say how you thought this should go forward. And around 3,500 individuals went in and they did exactly that. They made history by going in and help putting the rules to this. The law didn't change. So what's required in the law, USC 18 USC 925C, the law didn't change. The procedure of carrying it out is what they wanted you all to help them write. So, like I say, about 3,500 of you all did. And I hope someone who comes to this channel added your thoughts. And if you did, share with us in the comments. Okay, this is from the Federal Register. Right here, federalregister.gov. This is the first set of individuals who have already received their federal gun rights back. They have had their federal gun rights restored. The date of this is 4/29/2025. And it just goes on to say the action notice of granting of restoration of federal firearm rights. The Attorney General has granted relief from disabilities imposed by federal laws with respect to certain individuals regarding the acquisition, receipt, transfer, shipment, transportation, or possession of firearms and ammunition. A lot of you all don't understand when you lost your firearm rights, you also lost the right to basically even touch ammunition. So we're going to move forward. You can come and or you can pause and you can read this, but here's the names. Accordingly, on March the 31st, 2025, the Attorney General granted relief from federal firearm disabilities to these individuals pursuant to Section 925C: Judy, Danny, Timothy, Mayo, Jessica, Joseph, Wayne, Charles, Patrick, and Ronald. And this is dated April 18, 2025. Todd Blanche, Deputy Attorney General, which Todd Blanche is currently our acting Attorney General. So we're going to move on. And this is the progression, you all. Because of this, a whole new section was added to the DOJ called the Second Amendment section, and it specifically created. Well, let's read this real quick. The Second, Fourth, and 14th Amendments, the Police Pattern or Practice Act, and EO, President Donald Trump's Executive Order 14206, protecting Second Amendment rights, secure the natural firearm rights of law-abiding American citizens, ensure that such rights to keep and bear arms will not be infringed. So the mission of the Second Amendment section is to ensure that law abiding American citizens may responsibly possess, carry, and use firearms. The Second Amendment section will work diligently to investigate law enforcement agencies that engage in a pattern or practice of infringing on on law abiding citizens' Second Amendment rights. So, as well as be proactive in searching for litigation opportunities to secure such rights. And you all can go on and read it. This section was created in December of 2025, officially January 2026. And here's already some of the suits that they've brought about right here, here, here. All right, let's keep moving. Now, here's the Department of Justice fiscal year budget and performance summary for 2026. And I just want you all to see this. We're going to read this real quick. Um, Pardon. Okay, what the pardon division is the Department of Justice Pardon Division. Okay, it oversees pardon, clemency cases, as well as this program, the Firearms Rights Restoration Program Initiative. But anyway, in fiscal year 2025, Pardon assumed responsibility. You all listen, for leading the department's initiative on creating and establishing a process for restoring firearm rights to citizens. Pardon is developing a process to allow individuals with prior felony convictions and other disqualifiers to petition the department for restoration of federal firearm rights pursuant to 18 USC 925C. Such a process was previously administered by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF, and has been defunct since 1992. The population of potentially eligible applicants is estimated to be over 25 million. Do you all hear that? Over 25 million. This is why I have been telling you all, start getting your packets together, because once that online application portal goes live, applications are going to be coming boom, 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 boom. And the least you have your information together, the farther back in line you'll be. Okay. And given the length of time since a working process has been in place, it is anticipated that there will be significant interest from the public in pursuing this remedy. Let's go right here. Firearms Restoration Initiative, $448,000 in zero positions. Now, keep in mind, this was for fiscal year 2026. So this is what they were asking, what they asked for, and they got. They have established the system, the system to be able to take in the applications, the computer systems, these massive systems that will take in you all's applications online so they can move forward to being processed. But you can see right here, this funding will allow Pardon to support development of an IT case management system to implement an application intake, review, and management process for citizens applying for restoration of firearm rights. And you all can just go back and read this, and you all will see that we are getting closer, okay? This is the second Federal Register for firearms rights restoration. This is this year, you all. That's 2 months ago. February the 23rd, 2026, Department of Justice, action, notice of granting restoration of federal firearm rights. Summary: the Attorney General has granted relief from disabilities imposed by federal laws with respect to certain individuals regarding the acquisition, receipt, transfer, shipment, transportation, or possession of firearms or ammunition. And accordingly, February the 6th, 2026, the Attorney General granted relief from federal firearms disabilities to these individuals pursuant to Section 925C. Samuel, James, William, Larry, Anthony, David, Giovanna, John, Charles, John, Jacob, Edward, James, John, George, John, Starlin, Fred, Nicholas, Gilbert, Charles, and Deborah. Dated February the 18th, 2026. Signed by Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. And again, he is our acting Attorney General. All right, you all. So we have at this point, 32 people who have had their federal gun rights restored. So for the ones, because I even received a comment recently. Well, I see them all the time saying that, oh, this is not happening. This is not happening. And I understand why you all feel this way. Again, this has been shut down since 1992. I understand, but the engines are fired up, you all. And look at this right here. This is a career post for an attorney advisor. Application deadline, April the 30th, 2026. And they are looking to staff two. This is this job, well, this career advisory is for two attorneys. They've already staffed two. This is for two more to come up to a total of four. And you all will see more about this as we move on. So this is just a job, or the career description for that position. All right, now this is the U.S. Department of Justice fiscal year 2027 budget, performance budget submission. Office of the Pardon Attorney. And you can come back. You can stop your video and just look at this, but it's only something specifically. And it says a lot of it in here, right along here, but I just want to get to a certain point and so I can show you all the budget for this. Okay, this is the summary. Pardon is requesting an enhancement of 18 positions. Now, this is strictly, you all, for federal gun rights restoration. 18 positions and 9 full-time employees for a program increase of 4.8 million in furtherance of its high priority initiative to develop, manage, and implement the Department of Justice's firearms rights restoration process under 18 USC 925C in support of the president's, that's President Donald Trump, Executive Order 14206 to protect Second Amendment rights. And here it is broken down right here. 18 positions, 9 full-time employees, $4.8 million. Okay. So are you questioning if this is happening? Are you still questioning if this is happening? And this just breaks it down a little bit more. Excuse me. Stop your video and read whatever you'd like to. But I'm moving on through this because I have already taken up a lot of you all's time. But let's look at this real quick. Fiscal year 2027 program changes. Fiscal year 2027 program changes. Firearm Rights Restoration Initiative. 4.8 million and 18 positions to include 4 attorneys. The 4.8 million program, $4.8 million program increase in the fiscal year 2027 budget will provide additional human capital, personnel, and contract support resources necessary to efficiently effectuate the department's priority firearm rights restoration initiative, which is expected to garner millions of applicants seeking relief. The program increase will provide an additional 18 positions for attorneys to oversee and implement this initiative, funding to support the development and maintenance of a new case management system to receive, review, process, and manage applications, and funding for contract personnel support resources. The Federal Firearm Rights Restoration Initiative is a key part of the department's commitment to protecting the Second Amendment rights of our citizens. The department is committed to establishing a process to review and evaluate these claims at minimal cost, and the 4.8 million increase in pardons budget in fiscal year 2027 will support this critical effort. And you all, that's these are evidence. This is evidence. I'm going to just scroll all the way back to the front where we started. But this, you all, this evidence has been stacking since the initial signing of Executive Order 14206 by President Donald J. Trump. So let's see if I can just, well, I guess I'm just going to have to scroll. But you all, next, what we're going to do is I may do some lives. I don't know how I'm going to do it as of yet. Keep in mind, this is educational. This is not legal advice. I cannot answer any questions for you all as to your own personal situations. But two things I need you all to do. Let me stop this screen just a second. Excuse me. One second, ladies and gentlemen. I want to add this screen. If you all have not as of yet come to the 2A rights eligibility tool to check if you may or may not be eligible for this process, this is something that you all really should use. It has a wealth of information here. Okay, so this is the first thing you should do. This is at Fed, F-E-D, gunrights.com. That's FEDGUNRIGHTS.com. And check your eligibility. Click on the button and check your eligibility wall. After you do that, and if it's favorable, now keep in mind the final authority is going to it hangs with the Attorney General, the Department of Justice Attorney General. That's the final approval authority, okay? But at least you can have an understanding if you're wasting your time by starting to get all of this paperwork together that you'll need, or you can just go in and move forward regardless. So that will be up to you. The next thing after you try, or after you use the eligibility tool, I am going to need you to get your workbook. It's coming up. One second, you all. It's this one right here. You know, I was telling you all about the 925C, 18 USC 925C. The law for this process didn't change. The way it's implemented is the only thing that changed. So this covers everything that's in the law that's required, okay? So the next thing you need to do is get your workbook, because this is what I'll be going through with you all and assisting you all on putting your packages together. A lot of people have messaged me, do you do this? Can I do this for you? No, you all, I don't do it, but I'm going to educate you all on how to do it for yourself. Um, Most people who need this process cannot afford an attorney. You do not have to hire an attorney. If you choose to hire an attorney and you can afford to, that's beautiful and I understand, but most people cannot. So, and your voice should be heard nonetheless. So it's time to start getting everything together. After this, the last thing I will need for you to do after you, of course, number one, got your went to the eligibility tool, and let's go back to it real quick. After you've done the eligibility tool, I went right here. Excuse me. Where did I go? Really quick. Well, let's scroll down. If you just scroll down to the bottom of the eligibility screen, you can see where it says get a copy of your workbook. But after you do your eligibility, you get your workbook. You see right here where it says get alerts. Click on this. Computer moving a little slow, you all. Okay, and it's going to bring you here. Right here, all you have to do is add your first name and your last name and your email address to get alerts so that time the online application goes live. All you have to do is fill out your application and submit your packet. But this will alert you because this right here, this scans these Department of Justice websites and other websites with the government 24/7, every second, 24/7. So once it goes live, it will pick up on it and it will shoot an alert straight to your email. All right. Okay, so gangsters, and that's a term of endearment. Legal gangsters, that's a term of endearment. I want you all to be able to take advantage of this now and not take advantage because this is life altering, this is life changing. President Donald Trump started this initiative back up, you all. Who's to say what will happen after his tenure is done? But if you're already in there, you are in there. So don't procrastinate. Get this done today. And my next my next videos will be on preparation. My next videos will be on preparation. We are going to walk through the workbook and we're going to get this done, you all. So take those 3 steps. Be proactive. This is for you. This is for you. This is for your family. And that's it. That's all I have for you all right now. God bless you all. I love you all. And here's to great things. This is Sean Lacey, aka Miss Officer, and I am signing out.